In this video, we embark on one of the most ambitious tasks humans have ever accomplished, to fly and land on the moon. To get there, we'll have to automate numerous complex systems, putting our knowledge of the Create mod to the test. My name is KryptoCal, and this is Create Above and Beyond. But as usual, we start off by punching a humble tree. And while we're here, let's get a little bit of stone too. Make ourselves some stone tools to start off. Oh, I see in the corner of my eye here that there is a village up here. So that's going to be a great spot that we can get a bed so we can sleep the night away and not worry about any mobs. Grab a little bit of surface coal here. I think there's a little bit of iron up there as well. I'm going to grab for sure. Always get the iron. It looks like we are getting the raw crushed iron. This is kind of a cool spot here. A bunch of mountains here surrounding one little central grassy area. And those chickens are dangerously close to the lava. You guys aren't careful, you're going to turn into some lava chicken. You better watch out. Probably keep an eye on the time. We don't want to get ourselves stuck out in the dark. Taking the opportunity while we're high up in the hills here to get as much iron as I can see, because iron does spawn at higher rates higher up in the world you go. So definitely want to take advantage of that while we're here, because we're going to want a lot of iron at the beginning. Oh, that's some free create stuff down there. Oh, and over there, I think. Gonna run out of time before it gets night, so I should probably actually go, and we might have to go and pay a visit to those sheep first. We're gonna make a full bed, and now we don't have to worry about nighttime. So yeah, a lot of cool mods in this pack. The one I definitely want to check out early on is going to be Tinker's Construct, because right now, to process this stuff down, we're only going to get 3 nuggets out of 1 crushed iron, which is not that great. But I think we can actually turn this into higher amounts by using the Tinker's Smeltery here. For now, let's check out what this place has to offer. Ooh, a free millstone. Very cool. A large cogwheel. All right, we'll take it. Oh, a windmill bearing. That'll be good for some early game stress units. Definitely grab the sails as well. Nothing super crazy expensive, but just some nice early stuff that we will definitely be using. Free stuff is always nice. Let's go ahead and get to that village, because the village will probably have a little bit of food in store for us. Got a frying pan, a skillet. Unfortunately, there's no food inside of said skillet. Oh, there's a free bed right here. Oops. Oh, there's food in the sack. Actually, I'm going to take the sack too, because this kind of acts as a bit of a backpack early on. And our first night under the tent. And before we go, I will definitely take all of this wool, because wool is going to be really important for a lot of things. I think you can also millstone down the wool and get string. So if you ever need some string in a pinch, you can just use the wool. And we'll grab some rope here from Farmer's Delight. I think we can actually use this to make, yeah, the rope pulley. We're going to actually want one of these. Onwards we go. We kill enough of these guys, we might be able to get enough leather for a backpack. That would be great. We need 4 leather. We have enough leather now, so that's actually really good. We do have a windmill bearing to generate a little bit of stress units. We also have a little bit of wool and some sails. There we go. That should work. And if we just dig out the area underneath this, put a spruce plank down here, and if we just surround this like so, is that going to be enough to make one? Oh, we need 8. Okay. Iron nuggets for... Okay, so this is actually pretty doable. We are going to have to smelt a little bit of our iron down to get some nuggets though, which is probably fine. We could probably spare just a little bit of this raw iron. All right, can we make some more sails now? Yes, 2 more. All right, let's get the last 2 out, put them down like so. And can we make a windmill now? It's so slow, but yes, we can. So if we put this on top here, this is now a working millstone, even though it's going to take probably 1,400 years to actually get all of the string we need. But we do only need 4 pieces. 1, 2, 3, 4. I'll see you all in a minute. Oh, actually, it's pretty fast. That is way faster than I thought. Okay, so that's really nice. There we go. Our 4 pieces of string, which means that we should have everything we need to craft up a sophisticated backpack, as long as we can get 1 chest. And there we go, our backpack. Very nice. Put it on our back slot, and now we have a little bit of storage here for us to use. Onwards to the village. Hello everyone. We'll grab a little bit of this, a little bit of that. Now, one thing we will need to find eventually is going to be a source of kelp. So in our exploration around, we're going to want to try and find an ocean or something to try and get a little bit of kelp, because we're going to need to set up a kelp farm. And there's a few quest rewards we can pick up here. We can get the jukebox upgrade for our backpack, which is great. Never going to use that again. But if we come in here and unlock chapter 1, this is going to open up the chapter 1 quest line here for us to follow along. And the goal is to get these andesite machines. And the andesite machines are what we're going to be using to get a lot of the different create items. Normally these would have different crafting recipes, but this pack makes it so that you have to craft up the andesite machines first, and then you can use a stone cutter to turn them into whatever machine you want. So there's the funnels, there's the mechanical harvesters, all this stuff. Anything cool in here? Some leather, I'll take it. Actually, I'll take the chest as well. We're gonna need some storage anyway. Ooh, some hay bales. We'll take all these. Free food is always good. A little house over here I actually missed on the way over. Go ahead and check this thing out. That looks dangerous. Okay, there's some rails in there. What are we gonna get out of this? Copper nugget. Wow. I have a feeling that there is some danger down here. If I remember, there was like some collapsing floors or something. We're gonna have to be a little careful. Ever gonna pass up some free string? I hear dangerous things. If I just update one of these gravel blocks, I don't trust it, but I do want that chest. Excuse me. Oh, bamboo. Ooh, some diamonds. Ooh, that was a great chest. Okay, what's in here? Quartz treasure. Ooh, a golden apple. Very nice. Well, I think I'm going to get out of here before I bite off a little more than I can chew right now, considering I have absolutely no armor on. So let's just take that win and let's get out of here. It would have been nice if we had gotten 3 diamonds, and I could have gotten a diamond pickaxe, but that's okay. There is up here there is a meteorite from AE2, but I don't think we really have much use for that right now. AE2, I think, is quite a bit in the future, so I'm not going to worry about going and trying to break that open right at this moment. A little bit of iron over there. We'll go grab that and then be on our way. Ooh, this place is really nice. The Jade Hills. I actually really love this biome. So lush and green. But I think we'll push on in this direction. This is a nice looking area, so maybe we can find a spot to actually set up a spot for a base. Why do I feel like ferns were something that were worth grabbing? Oh, they can be crushed into green dye. That actually might be important. Maybe I'll just make a pair of shears and grab some. And with green dye, we can turn it into the lime dye, and that's how we're potentially going to craft up our first slime ball to get some glue. Wow, what a beautiful spot. Look at all this. Though I feel like it would be really hard to build in this area. That's a lot of tall grass. And if I know anything about tall grass from playing Pokemon, there's dangerous stuff in there. Oh, it actually like makes you walk slowly. Let's try and stay out of the tall grass then. There is a very spooky looking spider cave down there, and I do not want to mess with this, but there is a lot of cobwebs. That's a lot of string. So I'm tempted just to go down there just for some string, but yeah, just a bit. And maybe a little bit of copper too. Let me out of the grass. Get me out of here. Oh, a house. I didn't even see this. Hello? Hello? Ooh, an empty blaze burner. That is, well, a nice find. I don't think they're too expensive, but we'll always take it. Oh, I'm sitting. What is this? Raw pasta. Ugh. I'm so disoriented in all this grass. Ooh, some lava. Okay, we'll probably keep this in mind for when we... Huh? Ooh. Well, that was almost the end of me. There is some more create stuff up here too, which is really nice. Let's see. Another millstone. We'll take it. Looks like it's a kind of the exact same stuff as before. You know what though? I don't necessarily mind this area. There's a nice island over there, which is really cool. There's a meteor right there, so that's going to make getting AE2 stuff really easy. There's a goat. I mean, that's a win in my books. That's almost asking for a bridge to go over there. I mean, the only downside about this area is all this tall grass, but you know, I can take care of that. Sure, I think this is as good a place as any to start setting up our base, or at least the start of it. For now, I just want to kind of offload my inventory, so I'm just going to go ahead and throw some chests down, a crafting table, a chest, and a flying goat. I love those guys. They're so silly. Hey look, Disgrace B is joining me for the adventure. How rude. And with that iron that we actually got from that little mini dungeon that we explored, we can actually take our backpack and upgrade it to the next tier of backpack. That has opened up quite a bit more space. And the next tier is the gold backpack. Don't have any gold yet, so we're gonna have to wait on that. But that's gonna give us a lot more space for doing a bunch of exploring. But it does recommend setting up a little create mini workshop to have a couple of these processes automated, because things like the presses, the saws, all this stuff are going to be really important in pretty much every contraption we're making. So it's going to be probably a good idea to start off with a few of these at least to start. And resources like the mechanical press do actually require us to have the andesite machines already. We don't necessarily have to have these automated at this point, but we do have to craft up at least a handful of them to get the presses. And we can actually make these relatively early on as long as we have a saw, some logs, a cogwheel, and some andesite alloy. And andesite alloy is just andesite and the algo brick. So we're going to have to find some kelp. We're going to have to find some clay. So I think what we're going to go ahead and do is just do a little more exploring. Maybe find some kelp. It's resource collection time, baby. Let's go. Yeah, I've been collecting a lot of the sweet berries up because sweet berries actually, in terms of what we can trade into the trading station for money, we only have to trade in 8 sweet berries to get a silver coin, which is actually a pretty good deal, all things considered. So we'll hold on to all of the sweet berries we come across for the future. Came across one of these dungeons. There is a chance for some pretty good loot, but I don't want to overwhelm myself here. I actually really want all of these bricks and granite. I think I do want to build with this stuff in the future, so having a good supply of this will be pretty handy actually, but I do kind of want to check out and see if we can maybe snag a chest or two, you know, just a little bit of loot would never hurt. Let's just pick a direction and let's go. Ouch, that hurts. Slow and steady, nice and careful. Ooh, brewing stand. Very nice. Yeah, that's a redstone block. We'll always take a redstone block. Ooh, that got close. Oh yes, my favorite. Cave spiders. Ugh. Ooh, looting tome. That's very nice. Oh, this guy spawned with an enchanted diamond axe. Oh, that was unfortunate. Well, I would say the dungeon was wildly successful. We came away with a ton of amazing loot, and hopefully that'll be a big help to us here in the early game. I actually came back to spawn area and I went a little bit south from our main spawn point. There's this little small ocean outlet here that does have a little bit of kelp in it. We got so much loot from those dungeons that I had to even add some more chests here just to hold everything. Even though we are going to be getting into some better tools in the future, right now it actually might be worth it to invest some of our levels into getting a little bit of enchanted gear, some armor, and maybe some weapons and tools as well. Because we get a lot of experience from breaking all those spawners in the dungeons, so we might as well make use of it. The first thing we have to do is we have to get a little bit of obsidian for our enchanting table, and there should be a lava pool just around here somewhere that I almost fell into that one time. While we're here, we'll probably get enough for another portal as well. And we have our enchanting table done up. And for now, let's just set up a very temporary spot. Very nice. Respiration, that actually could be worth it. Yeah, let's do the respiration enchant. Come on. All right, we'll take that. Respiration 3, unbreaking 3, not too bad. All right, let's just do the unbreaking 3 pickaxe. And of course, just unbreaking 3. Oh, protection 4 on the boots. That's probably going to be what we're going to go for with that one. All right, let's go for it. Just protection 4. Well, okay. All right, we'll do the sword. All right, that's not too bad. I would love to roll an amazing pickaxe. Please. Okay, well, better than nothing, I guess. One thing I did notice is there's one more dungeon right here, right beside our base that I actually haven't explored yet. That way we can get a little bit more experience from breaking the spawners, and I'm going to use that experience to build a couple more tools because I want some decent tools before I start doing a bunch of building. But in order to get builds done, you got to have resources, and in order to get resources, you got to have tools to get them. So I think it's going to be worth a little bit more time spent just rushing through and getting those spawners broken. Oh, I see some skulk down there, which means there might be an ancient city under here somewhere. But if there is an ancient city, that could be really good for loot, but also a little scary. If I'm careful, we shouldn't have any problems with the warden, but you can never be perfectly careful. Might do a little bit of exploring down here just to see if there is any city. Oh, wait. Do the tough bricks? Oh, there's a trial chamber here? Okay. There's no ancient city, but there is a trial chamber. The deep dark biome looks so cool with shaders on. Whoa. Oh, there's a shrieker there. If I'm not mistaken, we should be able just to break it. There's an ancient city down there, a trial chamber and an ancient city. Worst case scenario, I have slash home. If things get dicey, I can always slash home out of here. Best way to loot an ancient city, in my experience, is to spend a little bit of time taking a little bit of this wool with us because we can at least walk on wool and place wool safely without having to worry about shriekers. Whenever I loot the deep dark, I'm always being super quiet in real life too, because I just feel like if I talk out loud, I feel like the warden's gonna hear me still. We can use wool to kind of insulate this chest. So the sound waves, they shouldn't be able to get to any sensors. So if I open this up, aha, yes, no problem. 2 enchanted golden apples, a bunch of books, some soul torches we'll grab. We'll actually take the candle too. This one's a little harder because the back face is open, which means any sensors back here will be able to pick it up. But if I plan for that, I think we should be okay still. This is only our second strike, so it's not the end of the world if it doesn't work, but nice, it worked. Brought 3, we'll take it. Echo shards, very cool. We'll grab those. I don't see any sensors out the back here, so we actually should be fine just to open this. Unbreaking 3 bending, very nice. Sneak 1. Okay, well, that's better than nothing, I guess. We'll take that. I just stepped on a pressure plate. I didn't even see it. That's 2 strikes then. So we have 1 more, and then on the last strike is when the warden's going to come. Swift sneak 3. Nice. But what I want to do is just take our pants. Yeah, there we go. Nice. Now we should be able to loot the rest of this place a whole lot quicker. Okay, let's just try it. Oh, well, we got to go. Oh, I thought I was in the last strike. Oh, interesting. That was the last strike. What? I swear I've set this off too many times. This next one must be it. Oh, I got the silence armor trim. This is the best armor trim in the game. That's a good hoe.
What do you mean by that?
Another silence armor trim? Okay. What? Name portal's right here. There is some redstone stuff that I kind of wanted to grab inside there before we leave. So I'm going to go and... Hello, sir. Now, unfortunately, I did lose some levels by doing that initial enchant to make Swift Sneak go on my pants here. So I'm only at 23 levels, unfortunately, but I should be able to do a little bit of combining here. That's going to give us pretty much perfect diamond leggings. Aqua Affinity will put that onto our helmet. And that looks to be about all the enchanting we can do right now. But after all those dungeons in that ancient city, I am all adventured out. I'm ready to take a break from adventuring and start doing some automation because we need to get into create. That's what this whole thing's about, right? I think it's going to be good if we just get every single item that it basically suggests that we should have before we start chapter 1. And so that's going to be the mechanical press, the saw, the fan, the wrench, mixer, and also the tinker's seared smelter. So to get started here, let's go ahead and make up a little bit of this algal blend, and then we have to smelt this into the algal brick. Yep, an iron saw. We'll grab some of this algal blend now, and let's combine this with andesite, just like this, to make our first batch of andesite alloy. We'll turn a few of these into shafts, and then combine these together here to make the cogwheels. Then we can combine the saw, logs, alloy, and cogwheels to make our first kinetic mechanisms. And alongside some andesite casings, we can then take this, surround them, and get our very first andesite machines. Right click with a block of iron to turn it into the press. For some early game rotational power, we're going to make ourselves a hand crank. So we can just go ahead and place down our depot with the mechanical press right on top. And then we can put some iron ingots on there and start making our very first iron plates. And we can also do this with some gold to get our first gold plates too. With 3 gold sheets, 1 cog, and 1 stick, we can make our create wrench. Use a propeller on the andesite machine to turn it into the fan. Use a whisk on the andesite machine to get the mixer. As for the last couple items here, the mechanical saw, we are unfortunately missing a piece of lead. So we are going to have to go back down into the mines and find some lead ore, because I haven't actually gathered any up yet. As for the seared smelter, or the melter I should say, we need to get the seared brick and some grout. The grout is just made from clay, sand, and gravel. We're just a little bit short on clay right now, so I'm going to have to go and find some clay down by the river. I'm making all the lead inside of this seared melter setup I have here because this actually will provide us with 1-to-1 effectively, as long as we're crushing down the raw lead that we have. And now we can craft up the saw blade here, which we can then use on top of our andesite machine to get our very first mechanical saw. So now that we've done that, we've effectively gotten ready to start into chapter 1. So lots of fun automation adventures await us. In the next episode, we'll be sure to be diving in even further into that first chapter, and hopefully we can get the kinetic mechanisms fully automated. So thank you so much for watching, everybody. I really hope you all have a good one, and we'll catch you in the next episode where we do some more create. Bye.